let's talk about sentence correction or error spotting questions. Sentence correction or error spotting questions, which is frequently featured in a number of competitive exams, where in these questions you are required to identify the error and identify the correct form of given sentence. One of the most common errors is modifier error. But before discussing the various kinds of modifier errors, let's go through some basics of modifiers. So what is a modifier? As it is clear from the name, a modifier is a word or phrase that qualifies, modifies, or describes a word, phrase or clause. Let us know what are the types of modifiers. The first one is adjectives. Words which modify nouns and pronouns. For example, they stay in the red house across the street. In this example, red is the adjective modifying the house. The second is adverbs. They modify verbs, adjectives and adverbs. For example, the boy ran quickly. In these examples, quickly is the adverb. The last is modifier phrases. There are certain phrases which modify an action or the doer of action. For example, looking at the clock, he noticed that he was late. Let's proceed to the common errors in use of modifiers. The first one is misplaced modifier. As the name suggests, a misplaced modifier is a modifier that is not placed correctly. If the modifier is not placed next to the item it modifies, the sentence is not able to convey the correct meaning and sometimes even ends up being unintentionally funny. For example, she wore the hat on her head, which she bought yesterday. Let's analyze the sentence. Did she buy the hat yesterday? No. She bought the hat yesterday. So the correct sentence will be, she tried the hat which she bought yesterday, on her head. Next is the dangling modifier. Dangling means hanging or unattached. In dangling modifier the item which is modified is not attached to the modifier and is left hanging. For example, waiting for the train a brick fell on my foot. Let's analyze the sentence. Was the brick waiting for the train? We need to add the subject here. The correct sentence will be, while I was waiting for the train, a brick fell on my foot. Here are some examples of sentence correction. Number 1. She picked up the scarf and tied it around her head which was gifted by her friend. The correct sentence. She picked up the scarf, which was gifted by her friend and tied it around her head. Number 2. The boy was riding the elephant who broke his leg. The correct sentence. The boy who broke his leg was riding the elephant. Number 3. Chicken is ready to eat. The correct sentence. Chicken is ready to be eaten. Number 4. We read that Janet was married in her last letter. The correct sentence. In her last letter, we read that Janet was married. Number 5. Pleased with their conduct, it was decided by her to honor them. The correct sentence. Pleased with their conduct, she decided to honor them.